right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. As you see, this video is made specifically for those who are adult, and there is a specific language which is not good for some viewers. So if you don't like to hear, and if you are a case sensitive, please leave. I hope we made it clear. If you are a person who get offended, or you don't like to hear certain languages, or if you are under the age, please leave and don't watch the rest of the video. Peace of Christ to all. And before I start, I apologize for this topic. But I have to. I mean, it's not my favorite really, but I have to. You know, always there is somebody he have to clean the garbage in your street. And sadly, it's me. You know, always we hear the Muslims try to present themselves as a religious who believe in something conservative. Many of you, always when we say Muslim women, you remember right away the burqa. And you think of the burqa as a sign of oppression. And it is. But, Islam is not a burqa. Islam is not hijab. Islam is more than that. What people think about Islam, usually, it's far away from what Islam is about. Even those who knows, let us say, they study for good time Islam, they don't really have a good idea still. So today we are going to clear some issues. After like 15 or 20 minutes from now, I'm going to open my Skype, and every Muslim who have the courage and the knowledge is welcome to call me as usual. Somebody saying in Arabic here, I don't know if I can put his comment. Let me go there. This Muslim, he said here in the text, "Mu mithl nisa'akum banatu hawa." He is saying, not like your girls are prostitute. My friend, prostitution is halal in the Quran. And the prostitution is forbidden in the Bible. So let us get you busted as we start. If we go in the Quran, you see, when a Muslim he speak, we are not prostitute like your daughters. He is just a liar, because prostitution is legally, officially halal in Islam. Let's go and see. You can call me in 15 minutes. You know what? If you want, I will open my Skype for you right now, and you can call me if you're there. The Quran have a specific verse, and only one verse, about al-bagha, which means prostitution. Chapter 24, which is a chapter of prostitution, say the following: "And let those who find not the mean of marrying abstain till God enrich them of his bounty. Those your right hand owned." I mean, this translation is weird. This translation of who? I don't know. But anyway, read with me this part here. Read and laugh. This verse is made because a lot of Muslims, they open pimp houses. They open pimp houses. And business was booming. Muslim women, they start complaining that the husband is not even sleeping with them no more. Because there's a lot of beautiful women in town who they are kidnapped from their family and their husband, and they are forced into prostitutions. So Muhammad, he cannot make his men angry, and he don't want to look like he is a pimp too. But look what he did. "And constrain not your slave girls to prostitution, if they desire to live in a chastity." Do you see the legalizing of prostitution? So you bring a prostitute, you say to her, and she is your slave girl, she have no, she's not free anyway to accept or not to accept. I mean, she is your slave. She is literally your slave. And then you say, force not your girls to do prostitution if they desire chastity. According to Islam, a man who owns a slave, he can exchange slaves for sex, which means if you have a nice slave and I have a nice slave, I am bored with my sex slave. So I can exchange my slave with you. But now this is different level of prostitution. You can rent a woman for sex. And this woman is a slave, which means the one who get paid is the owner, not the slave girl. The slave girl is just a slave. She herself is owned by the owner. So look what Muhammad he said. Are you there, the Abdul, who said we are not the same as your women, prostitute? This is who you are. Show me a verse in the Bible that says you can do prostitution. So now if we find a Muslim, he owns slaves and he is using them for prostitution, the Quran says to him, force not your girls to do prostitution if they desire chastity. So if she agree, it's 100% halal. If she agree, it is legally 100% halal. If she don't agree, Allah is all forgiving and Allah is all merciful. Which means it doesn't matter. Do you see it? There's no penalty, there's no punishment, it is halal. So why you lie and you say, not like your women who they are prostitution? Your religion is Amakin Hawa, my friend. He's saying we open prostitution places in your countries. It doesn't matter you open it in our country or in your country, still you are a pimp. So thank you very much for agreeing. And you are saying now in Arabic that yes, we open prostitution houses. مين اللي يفتح أماكن هوا؟ Go, my friend. I don't want to insult people. I mean, go. You want to go to Egypt, my friend. Go to Egypt. Go to Tunisia. Go to Morocco. Go to Algeria. Emirat, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia. They ban women from Tunisia, from Morocco, from Algeria to come if they don't have a man with them, and you know why, right? Egyptian Muslim men, they marry 4 prostitutes, they go to Mecca, they open a pimp house, and because now the husband is with them, so men can come in and can get out. Do I need to remind you of the prostitution company, which is called the limousine in Saudi Arabia? In Saudi Arabia, after many years of operation, the Saudi government, they have no choice but to shut down a limousine company. Because this limousine company became so big to the point became so much impossible to hide what they do. You call the limousine if you are a girl or a boy, it doesn't matter. If you are a woman, you want a boy, you tell them what kind of a driver you like. You want him from Bosnia as an example, blonde guy with the blue eyes. Or you want in the limousine a girl from Bosnia who is a blonde and she is beautiful. And the sex will be done in the limousine. Now, I'm not going to judge Islam by what Muslims do. I will judge Islam by Islam. Because it's still not everyone, I mean, people do things, you know what I mean? I don't want to judge Muhammad by a Muslim who opened a pimp company. This is not the right way to do it. But as you see, this is Quran. The Quran of Allah, the God of Islam, the conservative God, he says you can have a pimp house as long the women she agree to be a sex slave for you. She is a slave already, but if she agree to do this business, it's fine. However, if she don't agree, still it's fine. Allah is all forgiving. There's no penalty. Now we continue. Let me open Skype. Maybe a Muslim wanna call me. Just in case, you never know. And please, only Muslims you can call. If you are a Christian, I will hang up on you immediately. Only Muslims can call. All right. Our Skype is open for Muslims to call. Then, if we ask ourselves, what is conservative mean? I mean, is it conservative to wear burqa? Or conservative is someone who follow certain rules which make it too much difficult for him to do something wrong, supposedly. Islam is far away from anything is called conservative. All what Islam does, it legalize adultery, legalize prostitution, legalize everything forbidden in Judaism and Christianity. And we will prove it to you, one by one. As an example, what is adultery in Islam? Who is a Muslim can call me and give us definition for adultery? In the Bible, Jesus said, if a man, he wish a woman just by looking at her, by his eyes, just by looking, he committed adultery. That's it. So what adultery in Islam? Any Muslim can tell us? Because you see, the problem is, there's many Christians, they think that we and Muslims, we share the same value, or we share the same thing. Okay, Christianity forbid adultery, Islam forbid adultery. That's absolutely a big fat lie. Islam never forbid adultery. What Islam does, Islam use the word adultery, but allow it under different, let us say, cover. And we'll give you many examples. A man, his name Hassan al-Tammar, or Nabhan al-Tammar, sorry. He came to the Prophet and he said to him, yesterday I met a woman, you know, and I did with her everything the man he do, except intercourse. The Prophet said, maybe her husband is doing jihad. Muhammad said, not me. Maybe her husband is doing jihad. The man, he just admitted that he did everything with this woman, with no exception. And Muhammad, he did not even rebuke the man, saying to him, shame on you. He said to him, don't worry. This is, you know, this is nothing. This is lemam, you know. And the Quran in front of us is full of stories. But I am waiting for a Muslim to give me a call and tell me if we are lying here. Did we say any lie? Muslims, did we say any lie? Any Muslim want to give us a call? In Islam, there is two kinds of sin. There is big sin. In Arabic, they call it fawahish. And there is something, they call it lamam. Lamam. What is lamam? If I tell you what lamam is, you will not believe it. Lamam in Islam, if you bring a woman, she is married, the same as Nabhan al-Tammar. Actually, you know what? Let us go and see the interpretation for this verse. Chapter 53, verse number 32. Give me a second. We open the book of Tafsir. All right. Again, my Skype is open in case a Muslim would like to call. And again, only Muslims. All right. Okay, let's go here. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. Who is a Muslim want to give me a call and tell me which interpretation you'd like me to read for you? Which one? At-Tabari, Zamakhshari, At-Tabrusi, Al-Razi, Al-Qurtubi, Ibn Kathir. Which one you like? Ibn Kathir? Al-Qurtubi? What do you think? Any Muslim would like to give us a call? Who is a Muslim is proud about his religion? Want to give us a call? Nobody? Nobody. Nobody know, nobody know, nobody know, nobody. Nobody. Nobody dear, nobody there, nobody there, nobody. This is Tafsir Al-Qurtubi, be my witness. Al-Qurtubi interpretation written in the year 671 after Hijrah, which means after Muhammad announced himself to be a prophet, and he did Hijrah, which means immigration. And this is the story. In red, I like it in red. It's like sound Victoria's Secret, fit perfectly with the topic. And I challenge any Muslim to say, I'm lying. Let me be sure that you guys, you can read the whole text. Now I think it's better. Yeah. إن هذه الآية نزلت في رجل كان يسمى نبهان التمار. Oh, you know what? As long as the text is in red, let us change the color of the pen. Let us make it blue. Islam is going to blow your mind. إن هذه الآية نزلت في رجل كان يسمى نبهان التمار كان له حانوت يبيع فيه تمرا فجاءته امرأة تشتري منه تمرا فقال لها إن داخل الدكان ما هو خير من هذا فلما دخلت راودها فأبت وانصرفت فندم نبهان فأتى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال يا رسول الله ما من شيء يصنعه الرجل إلا وقد فعلته إلا الجماع فقال لعل زوجها غاز. Translation. This verse came down in a man, his name is Nabhan al-Tammar, and he have a store where he sell palm tree fruits, which mean date. A woman, she came to him. A woman, she came to him, and he said to her, get inside, get inside. We have a lot better inside. So she got in. And when she got in, he tried to do intercourse with her, but she refused. And she left. But that does not mean he did not do everything. Hold on. He did everything except intercourse. And then he came to the Prophet, and he was sorry for what he did. And he said to the Messenger of Allah, O Messenger of Allah, nothing a man can do with a woman I did not do except intercourse. The Prophet said, maybe her husband is going to do jihad. So Allah, he sent down this ayah. And what this ayah saying? Allah forgive all sin except al-fawahish, which means this is lamam. The Rasulullah, he says to him, this is lamam. Don't worry, be happy, this is lamam. And look what he said. That, and this is mentioned in Hud. And he said, قال ابن مسعود وأبو سعيد والخدري وحذيفة ومسروق إن اللمم ما دون الوطأ من القبلة والغمزة والنظرة والمضاجعة. What is al-lamam? Al-lamam is anything except being intercourse, like kissing, punching, like that. Let's say you see a woman, you grab her bum, look, or even laying down with her. Even if you lay down, as long you don't have to intercourse, which means you are naked, she is naked, you are playing with her private part, she is playing with your private part, you are kissing, you are touching, it doesn't matter. This is all is called lamam. This is not adultery in Islam. And there's no punishment for it. And not only that, Muhammad, he said that adultery human being he does, it is not a choice. Allah, he is the one who decide that you should be an adulteress. Read the hadith with me. This is Sahih Muslim. Muhammad said, verily, verily, Allah has fixed the very partition of adultery which a man will indulge